Hey everybody, it's PseudoKid here today, and we're going to be doing a item pickup. We're going to use food in this situation, and we're going to do it in blueprints today. I'll have another one coming out maybe in the next couple of months or something like that that switches us over to C++, and we're going to use some interfaces, get things kind of rolling, and have it be kind of more indirect and try and make that easy. All right, so let's get started. We're going to need two spheres, one for detection and one for pickup, so we can print something above it when we're within a certain range of it. And then once we're within a lesser range, we're just going to pick it up and apply the food to the player right away. So we're going to start with a sphere component, or sorry, sphere collision. And this will be the detection radius. And then we're going to add another one of sphere component, or sorry, sphere collision again. Ugh. I put this one in the wrong spot. There we go. All right, and this one's going to be a pickup radius. And for this one here, we're going to come down, click on it, and we want to begin overlap. And we want to take the other actor, which is the actor that we are overlapping with. And we want to check if it does implement interface, which we haven't created yet, but we will be creating soon. And then we'll branch on this. There we go. And this will be, let's see, this will be, oh, we can't do this yet, sorry. And then here we're going to do a draw debug string if it's true. And I'm just going to kind of bring this here down, bring this one over. There we go, we created this. And all we're going to do here is we're just going to say get actor location. And then we're going to add, right? And we're going to do this. We're going to not use that, right? And we can get rid of that. And what we're going to do is get actor up vector. And then we're going to multiply it. And we're going to convert this into a float. And I'm going to give it 90. That will give us roughly the top, and then we can wire that up there. So bring that over, kind of shuffle these around a little bit so they look a little bit cleaner than they are at the moment. Let's bring these over as a whole. We can bring this one here over to give it a little bit more room to breathe. Beautiful. And it's about as good as I think that we're going to get. Amazing. Save, compile. Okay, so for the next one, what we want to do is create the pickup event, which is going to be a little bit more complicated. So begin overlap. Essentially down here, we can't do much yet, so we'll just save and compile. And then in here, we actually need to create two things down here. We're going to need to hook this up. So we're going to go blueprints, and we need the interface. There it is. BPI for blueprint interface, and we're going to say pickup interface. And then here we're going to say blueprint interface here, BPI. This will say stats interface. And this is just because at the end of the day, we're probably not going to have one specific for feeding and one specifically for food pickups. We're just going to have a pickup interface. And hey, when this gets picked up, what do we do with it? And then this one here, we're going to have a stats interface, which we could shove all of our stats data into if we really needed to. I'd argue that you probably shouldn't do stats quite like this, but it gives us a good little starting point. All right. So for the pickup interface, all we're going to do is just rename this to pickup. And in here, I want to actually take in the actor that is interacting with it. Interacting actor. And then we'll come here and give it an actor reference. Save, compile. And then here, what we want is, this is going to be feed, right? The act of feeding. And then here, we're going to say the amount that we want to feed. And then we're going to say float. Just because a lot of stat stuff in Unreal already utilizes float, there's a lot of like conversion back and forth. This will make things a little bit easier in the future. All right, so now we've got that. We can come here and we're going to go to class settings. And then inherited interfaces. We're just going to come down here and do BPI, pickup interface. Now it's there, and we can come over here and do pickup. And what do we want when this does a pickup? We just want to have it call to the other actor and say, hey, feed, right? So that means that we need to add the feed here. So we're going to go to class settings, and we're going to add a BPI, and we want the stats interface, right? And then if we see here, it's now there. What we want is the feed. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the amount and we want to add it to the feed amount. So right now we've got nothing for that. So we're going to create a new variable, and this one's going to be hunger meter. And then we're going to say max hunger. We're going to compile quickly so we can set default values here. I'm just going to set this to a default value of 90 for now, and this one to a default value of 100. So we start out with a little less than 100, right? And then we can utilize this feed to display that it's actually working. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this. We're going to add these two together. So plus, give this here an add, and then we're going to do the get the max, right? Oops, come on, there we go. And then we're going to clamp, and all the clamp does is prevents us from going over or under the min and max, right? So in this situation, the min is 0, so we can never go under 0, and the max is going to be whatever hunger meter is, and so we'll never be able to go under that. All right, so then we're going to come here, and let's give this a quick print to screen, right? So string pen to hunger. There we go, and then print. There we go. But we also want to set the value. So let's actually move this down. We'll do this. Let's do hunger meter set. Just update this a little bit here. And then we're going to bring hunger meter back in and shove it right in there like that. Beautiful. There's that. And then if we come back here, we can actually do the pickup now. So this will have the amount, right? And we'll save and compile, and this will be a float as well. And let's say we'll default this to 10. Again, we need to compile to make sure that we can actually change this amount. So now we've got the interacting actor, and we'll just type in feed. And here we can just immediately call it. And if it doesn't exist, Blueprints will prevent that from crashing, which is kind of nice. There we go. Now, if we come into here for the onComponent begin overlap. Oh, wait, sorry. We forgot to do one thing. We forgot to destroy. Destroy actor self. There we go. Okay, so now we've got this one here that we need to work with. So this is going to be the pickup. So if other actor, right, pickup. Right, and then this will run. Now, let's change this just a little bit. We're going to move one of these over to here so we can see we can actually see it fully work in practice. So let's do this. We'll bring this over like so. I'm going to put this up here. So we're going to bring all of this down a bit. And this will come over like so. We can bring this over here. Bang. Like so. And then we just want to do this. Let's just rejigger this a little tiny bit so it's a little cleaner looking. Clean spaghetti is good spaghetti. There we go. Beautiful. Save, compile. All right, now let's go up and actually input the interface here. So BPI pickup interface. And this will just check to make sure that it is a BPI, that it implements the BPI pickup interface. We'll save and compile that. And now all we need to do is change our radiuses from 1 to, I'm going to do 5 for our pickup. And for our detection radius, I'm going to do 25. Seems about right. Save, compile. All right, and there's one last thing that we need to do, and we need to just make sure that other component, we need to make sure that this here is referencing self. Oops. There we go. And that way, when we go to step on it, it knows what to call to. There, save, compile, and we can hit play and come down here, and then we step over it, we get the food, we step into it, and it increases our hunger, and we're done. All right, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please feel free to like and subscribe, and please comment down below if you have any future tutorials that you'd like to see me do. And again, thank you, and have a good day.